Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and free agency, LeBron James taking a pay cut to help the Lakers out with spending money in free agency. Now, before I get into it, please be sure to like this video, or sorry, this live stream, and of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. We have a big following on Facebook, so please go follow me on Facebook, and of course, this channel. We have a big following here as well, and all over social media as well. The links will be in the description of this live stream, so you guys check me out on social media. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I'm seeing the comments coming in right now from Big Baby Sports. Welcome back to the live stream. I really appreciate you joining me again, Big Baby Sports. And guys, go check him out. Go subscribe to Big Baby Sports on YouTube. And of course, follow him on social media, on Instagram, all over social media. He has great content and he gives some great feedback about Lakers content. So if you want to know about Lakers stuff, go subscribe to Big Baby Sports. He just did a press interview, press conference interview with the LA Sparks. So go check him out. I actually watched that video. He did a great job, gave some great questions out there. So go check him out. He does the interviews. So go check him out. I really appreciate it. And show him the love and support and tell him that ZSN sent you. So go check him out. Follow him on social media. And thank you again, Big Baby Sports, for joining here. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into the Lakers and LeBron James. Yesterday, the news. Now, obviously, I didn't have time to go live yesterday or make any videos because I was busy at work. But I can tell you guys this now. I am excited. And going into free agency before all this happened, the Lakers did not have the flexibility of going after anybody. At best, they could only give out veteran minimums and taxpayer mid-level around 5 million. But with this breaking news yesterday of LeBron James telling the Lakers, you know what, I'm willing to take a pay cut if you improve this team to the best of heights. I mean, that's music to everyone's ears when it came down to that. I mean, think about it. LeBron is giving you the opportunity, Rob Pelinka, he's giving you the opportunity to do something in free agency to improve this team because now the West is getting much improved now. I mean, just a couple of days ago, DeJounte Murray going to the Pelicans. I mean, it's just craziness that now how good this Western Conference is being right now. And now LeBron James is telling Rob Pelinka, hey, you know what? Go into free agency, spend the money that you need because I want to have a good elite players around me to help me win another championship, help the Lakers win another championship. So with that being said, guys, I'm glad LeBron James did this. He's helping out the Lakers big time. And, the Lakers have the power to do anything now. They have the money now. I mean, not like to the extent that they have to sign another max contract or anything, but, it's like the Lakers at this point, they now have the power to spend a mid-level exception around 13 million. So, it's just depends on which type of player out there that wants to get that type of money to join the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, with that, the most, according to the reports from Dave McMenamin and other social media, there's been talks that LeBron is looking for players like, okay, remember that, okay, players like James Harden, Klay Thompson, and Jonas Valančiūnas. So those three guys, and let me be specific, like those players. Okay, LeBron does not want James Harden. He doesn't want just Klay Thompson. He doesn't want Valančiūnas. I mean, he's saying like those type of players. So my question to you all, and I hope you guys can give me the comments down below and give me your thoughts and who you think the Lakers should target. Here's a question for you. Who should the Lakers target? Who should the Lakers target? I personally have a lot of opinions about this. I like Klay Thompson. At first, he honestly could be a great fit for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. So, with that, it is a possibility that maybe Klay Thompson will take a discount and come back to LA and root for his team, play for his team that his father played for. So personally, I like Klay Thompson. If anything, who brings shooting, who brings scoring on the offensive side. And I absolutely agree with what you know Trevor Lane brought up in his analysis of Klay Thompson is that his defense has diminished for the past couple of years, and injuries played a big role. So he's not the same player that he once was. But I still think he brings shooting. He shot 39% from the three last season, and he gave you almost like 18 points per game. I mean, I know in the past he scored around 20 points per game, but that kind of changed for the past couple of years. But if anything, if he is in a different environment where people want him to thrive and show up and give, the best out of him, it will be in LA where he rooted for as a fan and his father played for. So if anything, it would be smart for Klay Thompson to join the Lakers and just give a slap to the face to the Golden State Warriors because of how badly they treated him during the negotiation and the loyalty aspects of all this. So if anything, Klay Thompson for me will be the number one target for me for the Lakers. But if it doesn't go that route, there is somebody. And recently the reports coming in this morning, and that is Lowry Marketing from the Utah Jazz. Um, you can make a trade for it. I think you give up as much as you want to get somebody like him. Even LeBron raved about him during one of the podcasts with JJ Redick at the time. And he thought about certain players and he was raving about marketing when it comes down to it. So, if anything, he'll be a great fit for the Los Angeles Lakers. Make a trade aspect to get somebody like him. The Lakers have the assets, they have the contracts to make something happen. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell yesterday was opted into his contract, so Lakers have the spending power to trade him, or have the power really to just trade D'Angelo Russell anywhere now. So, and during my live stream yesterday, I actually saw the notification that the Lakers are active in in the summer league. Sorry, summer to trade um, D'Angelo Russell. So, they're not going to wait until the next season, a deadline to deadline to trade D'Angelo Russell. So, with that being said, I mean, marketing is the guy. I hope the Lakers will pursue in a trade scenario. It is a possibility of that. But if one of those two players don't end up, best next option for me is not James Harden. It's not James Harden. I for some reason I think he's just past his prime in my opinion. Sure, he's a former MVP. He has the capabilities of showing up at times, but you need to have the consistency and the combinations of him joining LeBron and Anthony Davis. I mean, it's kind of similar to what Russell Westbrook was when he was here. I mean, he wants to be like the scorer. He wants to be the number one guy. He wants to be selfish with the ball. So I just don't really see that happening with James Harden joining the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, it could happen. I mean, there's that possibility. If Dave McMenamin is putting out there that LeBron wants a guy like James Harden, a Klay Thompson, that type of deal, it could happen. But personally, I don't really want that. If anything, if I don't want to say this is another guy that may be better than James Harden, but there is another guy who is an LA native who wanted to play with the Los Angeles Lakers for numerous years, and he's a fan of Kobe. I think you all know where I'm going with this, and that is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan for me is the guy that could potentially contribute to this Lakers team right away, bring scoring, not enough shooting. I mean, he's not like an elite shooter, but he is a scorer and he can carry that load off of LeBron James. And I think that's where the mindset is going going into free agency when it comes down to it. I mean, the Lakers want to look for a guy that can carry the load off of LeBron James, and because playoff is where it really matters most for this Lakers team. Regular season, sure, but to carry the load off of LeBron James on the scoring part would honestly benefit the Lakers and how they build this team. There is a possibility that like I said, DeMar DeRozan is a great fit for this Lakers team because he will bring scoring to the table. I mean, the guy averaged around 22, 25 points per game during his time in Chicago. And, ironically, he did reach the All Stars, during his times in Chicago and really made the Chicago team being a not a good playoff team, but, to the point that he was being very competitive with the Chicago Bulls at times. So, um, and plus there was times I think it was during the offseason. I think it was the Dr. Dre or the Drew team or something like that. I forgot what team last year or last season Brown played for in the off season that included DeMar DeRozan in that team, but he raved about him and he loved how he scored and how he shoot and all that. So I think in the fit perspective, DeMar DeRozan could fit with this Lakers team. So, so those are my choices at the moment. And obviously finding a center is really important as well. I mean, as I mentioned, Valančiūnas is somebody that's on the list for LeBron. He's not the elite type of big that we're looking for. He could obviously carry the load off, protecting the rim, and you know being a good defender. But if anything, he just may just carry off the load off of Anthony Davis more than anything. So he's not going to bring scoring. He's not going to bring shooting or anything like that. I mean, he's a solid shooter. I mean, last time I checked, I think he had a pretty good solid shooting as a big. So maybe he'll bring that to the table. But it's just if Lakers going those routes, there's some out there that you can obviously make trades with, and uh, you know, Marketing is the guy that I hope the Lakers will potentially look at when it comes down to it. So those are my choices. Those are my choices. And if you guys have any advice and thoughts, please comment in this live stream so I can read them out and really consider some of them. We had some really good conversations yesterday about certain trades that could potentially happen after D'Angelo Russell opted into his contract. Because if it wasn't for him opting in, it would still be a struggle for the Lakers to make any trades during free agency. So I'm glad all of our players opted in, and and especially D'Angelo Russell, because now we could make big trades and potential trades that could better us in the Western Conference. So, and Marketing is the guy, for me that the Lakers could potentially prioritize in that particular trade scenario. I mean, you have the assets, you have 3 first round picks that are available for trades, and then you have D'Angelo Russell's contract that can obviously match up with Marketing, who has I think $18 million remaining on his contract. So um, you could potentially do that to improve um, the team for sure. So especially when it comes to his shooting, his scoring, who last 2 seasons in Utah, he scored 25 points per game and gives you like 8 to 10 rebounds a game. I mean, the guy shot really elite when it came to his um hold on guys, just got the notifications here. Okay, this is breaking news. um JB Biggerstaff is going to be the new head coach for the Pistons. That's breaking news for you. Yeah, he's going to be the new head coach for the Detroit Pistons. So that's breaking news for you. I just want to let you guys know. But anyway, getting back to the Lakers, um, Marketing, yeah, he's just a good good shooter, good scorer. He's also a good defender as well. Can give you 8 to 9, no, 8 to 10 rebounds a game, and he shot around like 39. I mean, he's a really good shooter. Throughout his years in the NBA, he shot around like 38 to 39% from the three. So the shooting aspect will help the Lakers big time. Now it's just sort of remains to be seen what type of trade is out there. I saw a couple of trade scenarios that like included like Rui Hachimura, um, Jalen Hood-Schifino, um, and then there's like 3 first-round picks that is included as well. So there's a lot of ways now with obviously having uh, D'Angelo Russell opting into his contract that maybe things will change now. You never know. So it's just sort of makes to be seen. I mean, it's all up to the Utah Jazz um, and then the organization there will they make a trade with the Los Angeles Lakers? It sort of remains to be seen. So yeah, for sure. I mean, those are my choices. Klay Thompson, you know, I have that, and then you have DeMar DeRozan on that list. Then you have Marketing on that list. That's obviously will have the approval of LeBron James, and just finding a solid center that will help out Anthony Davis. You can do that if he's a trade, or you can do it in free agency. I mean, Andre Drummond comes to mind. I mean, you can get him for less. You can get him for less, if anything. So, if anything, you can get him for that, and that is a possibility. Drummond. Then Valančiūnas is on that list as well. So there's a lot of things Lakers can do now, all thanks to LeBron James for, willing to take a pay cut to help the Lakers do some spending power to improve the team. And there's a lot of, there could be trades and there could be free agency moves. Free agency is, I believe begins today. So, anything could happen when it comes to certain trades and trades, no free agency signings and trades as well. So especially when it comes to the Paul George, who he did decline his player option with the LA Clippers. So that's good news for the Lakers because they're going to lose one of their top stars. But at the same time, I mean, anything could happen when it comes to Klay Thompson because he did say, according to the reports, that he's looking at the LA Clippers, the Lakers, and the Memphis Grizzlies to potentially sign with in free agency because of the rift with the Golden State Warriors. So, with that being said, guys, I mean, I personally think that if the Lakers and Rob Pelinka just work their hardest, try to convince Klay to join the Lakers, which it really seems it's. I don't want to say it's heading in that direction, but it's just the vibes that I'm feeling right now. It's just you know Klay Thompson is pissed with the Warriors. What better way for him to really piss them off is to join his favorite team that he grew up rooting for, that his father played for, and also taking less that what he wants in free agency and say, you know what, I'm joining the Lakers, and screw you Warriors type of thing. So it's like you do that, you obviously will be a better contender for sure for the championship if he joins the team. But it's just I just love that type of narrative. And it seems that it's going to be that type of direction, but we just have to wait and see. I mean, free agency sure begins now, but it's like, you know, what what's is out there and what the Lakers could potentially pull off. So, as I said, Klay Thompson is on that list. Marketing is on that list for me, and also DeMar DeRozan free agency wise. He can obviously do the same what Klay Thompson can do, take less to join the Lakers. So that is a possibility. But anything is possible out there. I mean, Lakers have the power now to do what they need to do to improve the team, and obviously, if it has the approval of LeBron James, then it will potentially happen. So if that's the idea now, and hopefully Rob Pelinka will do his homework and make something happen. So really can't wait. I'm so excited. So let's read some comments here. And for those of you who are joining me right now, please comment in this live stream so we can display your comments like this right now with Nathaniel. I'm thinking Klay Thompson or Valančiūnas. Yeah, I mean that's been the talks right now. When LeBron announced that he was willing to take a pay cut, he mentioned some names, and obviously it was Klay Thompson, James Harden, and Valančiūnas. So it is the type of list. And let's be very clear. He said like players like Klay Thompson, James Harden, and Valančiūnas. I mean, there could be somebody out there that are better than Klay Thompson, or somebody that's better than Valančiūnas, or James Harden, that Lakers will sign and have the approval of LeBron James. So just think of that before you overreact to the names that were mentioned. LeBron is saying players like those type of players. So just keep that in mind going into free agency. If the Lakers sign somebody that is similar to a Klay Thompson, and that is not Klay Thompson, I mean, just keep that in mind when it comes down to it. So, and I said what I had to say when it came to those choices. I like Klay Thompson. I think he will fit well with this Lakers team, especially his shooting, his scoring. Not the best defensive player that he once was. So, that is diminished since, he's 35 years old. So, yeah, and age plays a big role in that. So, that is something that he will potentially have that over his head because of his age, and as well as his defense being diminished because he's not the same defensive player that he once was. So at age 35. So, but I just love the fact that he can still shoot, he can still score for you. So the fact of that still being around for Klay Thompson is something that I hope that he um, finds that he could fit very well with this Lakers team alongside with LeBron and Anthony Davis. So that's my hope. And I also have a idea scenario that if the Lakers do get Klay Thompson, will it entice some players in free agency to say, hey, this team could be a contender for a championship. I'm going to join them and take a discount there. So you never know. Maybe DeMar DeRozan will join the Lakers if they get Klay Thompson, or Valančiūnas if he decides to take a veteran minimum, or maybe a taxpayer mid level around $5 million to join the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, that could be a possibility, and that can entice some free agents to join the Lakers because they see a winning team with the moves that the Lakers and Rob Pelinka could potentially make. So, it is something that I hope that the Lakers will potentially do to potentially improve the team. I mean, if they entice one player, maybe all of them will follow suit. So, it's just remains to be seen. That's my hope for sure. So, but yeah, Klay Thompson, Valančiūnas is my choice for sure. But if they can't get one of those players, I mean, there's similar players out there that they can get. I mean, there's DeMar DeRozan, as I mentioned, and Drummond as well. I mean, sure, it didn't work out the first time when he was here with the Lakers, but maybe now with the way he plays now and how his role has been diminished as before he was a starter, now he could be just a solid backup, or maybe just play solid basketball in the starting lineup next to Anthony Davis, just protecting the rim, grabbing rebounds, and just bully ball with players like Jokic and the rest of the centers in this league. So like Jokic, like Embiid, and all of them. So if it's Drummond or if it's Valančiūnas, who has a bit of an edge over Drummond when it comes to his shooting, which obviously is not elite, but he can shoot from the three. So that's a caveat that why most people want to see Valančiūnas join the Los Angeles Lakers is because of his shooting aspects. I mean, it's rare to find a center that can shoot. So that's a good choice for the Lakers if they go that route for sure, and also Klay Thompson. So that's my hope. That's my hope for the Lakers going into free agency. Samurai Beast Warrior, welcome to the live stream. Lakers should sign Seth Curry. Yeah, I think he declined his contract with the Charlotte Hornets, I believe. So, but there has been talks that they are going to revisit their conversations to bring him back. So that is a possibility. But yeah, I mean, he's a free agent, and the Lakers could potentially get him for potentially maybe like a veteran minimum or a taxpayer mid-level. So it just sort of remains to be seen if he is the type of player that could contribute to this Lakers team. And I think he can. I mean, obviously he has the genes of his brother when it comes to his shooting and his father. So it is his shooting aspect will obviously help the Lakers for sure, and also his defense. That's what he's known for as well as being a good 3-and-D type of player as well. So Seth Curry for sure. I think maybe Lakers should really consider him in free agency going into that. So, but they have to give us some roster spots because most of our players did opt into their contracts. So it is something that I think the Lakers have to do first before they can either consider signing somebody in free agency. So that's why I think a trade will happen, just to clear off some cap sorry some roster spots to make some room for others to join. So we just have to wait and see. I mean, Gabe Vincent is potentially on the move, and added on to potential package deal, maybe like Kem Reddish potentially, Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes. I mean, there's just a lot of room for the Lakers to make some make some rooms to clear off some roster spots to potentially go after some key players in free agency. So we just have to wait and see for that. So they have to do that before they can obviously make some free agency moves, and especially because you just added on some two key draft players with Dalton Connect and also obviously Bronny James. So you obviously going to have those two players on the roster for sure, especially Bronny James, because he's going to play with his dad in the regular season, and we're all going to be watching that next season. So and obviously Dalton Connect. So it's just going to be the Lakers' job to make some room, and I know they're going to make some rooms for sure. So you just have to wait and see about that. So yeah, for sure. I mean, Seth Curry, I'll add that to the list of Lakers targets in free agency for sure. So thank you again, Samurai Beast Warrior. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things Lakers should potentially do to improve the team. I just really hope that they just do their homework and make sure that they potentially just make something happen. I mean, Klay Thompson on that list. And I already mentioned about James Harden. I don't want James Harden, in my opinion. I mean, I just think that he's not the same player that he once was anyway. But at the same time, it's just like, I'd rather have somebody to potentially just contribute and just adapt to what his teammates are. I mean, he gives me Russell Westbrook vibes when it comes down to his skills, in my opinion. I mean, he wants to be a ball hog. He wants to score. He wants to shoot and be the number one guy. Now, obviously, I did say Lakers should look for somebody that will carry the load off of LeBron James when it comes to scoring. So he could help the Lakers in that sort of area for sure. But at the same time, I'm like, I just hope he just doesn't give us, Russell Westbrook vibes when it comes to him getting the opportunity to, because he is a good offensive player, and he can score, he can shoot when it comes down to it. But it's just, if I had to pick, I'll go with Klay Thompson because he would give me more better shooting to what James Harden can. And when it comes to scoring, he could potentially adapt and maybe give you 18 points per game if he has to adapt to LeBron and Anthony Davis. So I picked Klay Thompson over James Harden, in my opinion. And like I said, and I really like this idea that I brought up. If the Lakers can bring Klay Thompson, it may entice some free agents who are looking for money in the free agency. May say, you know what, I like what's going on with the Lakers, getting Klay Thompson. There's LeBron James. There's Anthony Davis. I'm going to join the team because they are a contending team, and I'll just take less, do the Malik Monk route, and just take less to join the Los Angeles Lakers. And players, like DeMar DeRozan, who may just join the Lakers just for being the fan of the Lakers and fan of Kobe, and then be like, hey, I really want to play for my team, and this is my opportunity. So he could potentially join the Los Angeles Lakers, and just think about the lineups. I mean, you have potential point guard. I mean, sort of remains to be seen who's the point guard that's out there for the Lakers. Obviously Chris Paul comes to mind, but I just saw notifications on Bleacher Report that I think the Clippers may make a trade for. Oh no, the Golden State Warriors will make a trade for Paul George, and they may package a deal to include what's his name, um, uh, Chris Paul in the trade. So that is a possibility. So it is something that I think the Lakers will potentially, maybe lose out on when it comes to Paul George if they want to replace D'Angelo Russell in a potential trade. But it is out there. I mean, it's something that I find very skeptical when it comes to the point guard position, because it's going to be a weird situation for sure. But we just have to wait and see what's out there when it comes to certain point guards in free agency. So we just have to wait and see about that. So, um, but yeah, I mean, Klay Thompson comes to mind. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, Valančiūnas, for sure. Drummond comes to mind for sure. Um, Marketing visa trade. I think if anything, Lakers should really prioritize that. Since they have the money and the spending power to package a deal because of D'Angelo Russell opting in. So it's just a perfect opportunity, and you know, Danny Ainge, he is the GM for the Utah Jazz, and he's going to be looking for assets to stack up. And what better way for him to do it with the Los Angeles Lakers? I mean, we have the assets. We have 3 first-round picks that we can trade, available trades for. So the Lakers could potentially make a trade, with the Utah Jazz to bring in Laurity Marketing. I hope I say his first Laurity Marketing. So I just call him Marketing now. But him for sure, he's out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. So to potentially make a trade for. And I saw a couple of reports out there that Lakers could show some interest in Marketing when it comes down to it. So we just have to wait and see about that. If the Lakers can pull it off, I mean, they are contenders because, like I said, Marketing brings shooting, he brings scoring, for sure scoring, and LeBron raved about him during his podcast with JJ Redick. So, a couple of months ago. So, he is is out there when it comes down to it. So, my hope is that he will potentially be part of the conversation for a potential trade for the Lakers. But we just have to wait and see if they can pull it off or not, because there are some other teams that may pursue him as well. So it is out there for most teams to pursue Marketing. But my hope is the Lakers will be the better offer for Utah. So because I saw like a trade scenario. I mean, before that, I mean, there was like a trade scenario that included Rui Hachimura, um, what's his name, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and then you had 3 first-round picks included into the trade. And and also the most important thing, you have to match contracts. And I think Marketing is making around 18 million, I believe. I might be mistaken. He may be making more, but he's on that type of level of salary cap that Lakers can match when it comes down to it. So it's out there. It's out there for the Lakers to make a trade for, and that is Marketing for sure. So, and obviously we heard yesterday about Trae Young and the Lakers. It's not going to happen because the Atlanta Hawks don't want to trade. Uh, Trae Young after trading for a couple of days ago for uh, you know DeJounte Murray. So they're not going to trade Trae Young right now. So it's just that's out of the question now. So what's available for a trade scenario? Marketing. Marketing is the guy for the Los Angeles Lakers. So hopefully they can make a trade for sure very soon. Hopefully, I mean free agency just begun, and hopefully things will be in a better situation for the Lakers. So really can't wait for it. Really can't wait. So Other than that, I mean, you know, this is the situation. I'm glad LeBron James, is willing to take a pay cut. And now more than ever, Lakers have the spending power to really make something happen in free agency and, trade scenario as well. I mean, you have a lot of players now that opted in, which is good news in a sense to potentially make a trade out there. I mean, they can make multiple trades. It's just not one trade. I mean, they can make multiple trades now. And that's the idea now moving forward. So hopefully Lakers make something happen via trade. Marketing, as I mentioned, is a top priority for me if they make a trade for him. But there could be some other trades out there that I don't even know about at the moment. I mean, maybe Toronto Raptors, they can make a trade with them and get Gary Trent Jr. You never know. I mean, maybe he is somebody that maybe Lakers will look at for sure. He just came to mind to me. So, he is somebody that I think the Lakers could potentially target for sure. Um, Yesterday, we had a great conversations with, one of the commenters yesterday, and they brought up the idea that maybe Jeremy Grant and also Robert Williams could be another potential trade scenario that Lakers could make after D'Angelo Russell opting in. So that is a possibility, and Lakers do have the assets to make something happen to get a guy like Jeremy Grant. But it's just sort of remains to be seen if Portland will make a trade with the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's just sort of remains to be seen about that. So, uh, but yeah, I mean, this is the idea. That's the whole idea now. The Lakers have the spending power. They have the opportunity to better the team because of LeBron giving some flexibility for the Lakers to um, make something happen that he approves. And he will take less if that happens. So that's good news for the Lakers. And that may and I keep going back to this. The Lakers, if they sign somebody that's a contender that will help them contend right away, in the Western Conference, it will entice other players to join the Lakers. DeMar DeRozan, I mean, Valančiūnas, the list goes on. I mean, if there's a top star out there, or maybe just a rotational key player that could help the Lakers out and can find his role on the Lakers, uh, and he wants to make more money, but he can't, but he sees an opportunity to get a championship, they may join the Lakers. So that is a possibility. That is a possibility. But obviously, Lakers need to make some roster moves to um, have some roster moves open. So you know, that's the hope. That's the idea. Going into potentially, uh, you know, free agency and obviously some trades, and all thanks to LeBron James for doing that. So yeah, guys. I mean, I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. I mean, this is not the type of live stream that I was expecting, but it is what it is. I love it. I mean, we got some really good conversations that we talked. I mean, I really do appreciate it, and yeah, I mean, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. And of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. I really appreciate Big Baby Sports for commenting, and also Nathaniel and Samurai Beast Warrior for you guys' comments and thoughts and opinions about the Lakers and their free agency moves. I mean, Seth Curry is obviously the guy that maybe the Lakers will look at in free agency for sure. Klay Thompson is on my list to a number one priority for me. And then you have Valančiūnas, who obviously Lakers need to look at when it comes to the center position. Drummond comes to mind for sure. He is a free agent, so obviously Lakers could look at him to bring back. When it comes to trades, marketing is the guy that I think Lakers should potentially target when it comes to trade scenarios to just unload, um, you know, roster spots to potentially just make some room for potential free agents that Lakers will look at in free agency. So marketing comes to mind. I mean, there is the Portland Trailblazers that they can make a trade with, but it's just sort of remains to be seen. There's the Toronto Raptors with Gary Trent Jr. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios, and this is Rob Pelinka's on the line here to make something happen, to make LeBron James happy and Laker fans happy when it comes down to it. So please give me your thoughts below. And of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. And I'll see you all in the next live stream, in the next video. I will be on top of everything, when it comes to the the rumors, updates, speculations about the Los Angeles Lakers and their free agency moves and trades and all that. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know about everything when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and their offseason plans and their free agency moves and trade scenarios. And obviously just, you know, making this team better. So that's my hope. Hopefully, Lakers will do that, and Rob Pelinka will do his homework and make something happen to improve the team and shock us, like he always does. When it comes to certain moves that he makes, throughout the years as the GM and vice president of basketball operation for the Los Angeles Lakers. So um, it's all up to Rob. It's all up to Rob to do something about it. So that's my hope. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.